How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, the founder of the Hard Gainer Academy. And what I want to talk about today is a question that I got. I actually got it like a while back. And the gentleman was asking me, should I start with free weights or machines? He's just getting started in the gym and he's trying to get in shape. So let's talk about that very quickly here. So first and foremost, it's going to depend on how confident you are. Because the more confident you are about performing a certain exercise, the more likely you are to actually succeed with it. So one of the things that you could do if you're a beginner and you're just getting started is look at the exercises that you want to do. Maybe you might be following a program and so on. Look at each and every one of those exercises. If you've never heard of them or you've never seen them before, then you got to start doing your research. Find out and see, hey, what are the prime movements that I need to get used to as far as pushing the weight away from me or pushing the weight towards me. All right. Get familiar with all those upper body exercises, lower body exercises. I have a lot of those on my channel. You know, I had to do a quick plug just now, but you can find a lot of tutorial type videos all over on the internet and all over social media as well. So as far as choice, depends on how confident you are. When you walk inside the gym and you have your program put together, I'm going to go out and assume in which you should be performing those exercises in that program. So now that we got that out the way, I know there's some people who do go inside the gym and they don't have a program at all. They just go in there and hey, you know what? They want to try out anything and everything. And you know what? There's actually nothing wrong with that. I actually did that myself. When I first walked into the gym, my whole entire thing, I actually did this for an entire week actually. I tried out everything. Every machine, everything in the weight area. I used everything, body, everything. I tried each and everything, and I was like, all right, started putting something together in regards to what my goals were as far as putting on muscle and putting on some quality size, right? So one of the things that I want you to kind of take notice here is what exercises are going to give you the most bang for your buck, right? So if you want to build up your chest or you want to build up your shoulders, instead of looking for 3-4 different exercises to do that, if you're just getting started, you want to make sure that you gradually put the amount of weight or the amount of sets or the amount of volume that you do on your body. You don't want to just shock your body and kill yourself on the first day. So first you can start off with, let's say, doing the bench press. Like I said, you want to build up your chest and you want to build up your shoulders a bit. So you choose doing the bench. And after you're like, hey, I want to build up my legs as well, then you could do something like the squat. Again, a lot of these exercises, there's certain cues and there's a certain way how you perform the technique, right? The way how you do it. So a lot of times with a lot of beginners, which I've done, is that, you know what, let me get familiar with the movement pattern by trying using the machine. So you have something like the machine chest press. That will get you used to actually pushing the weight away from you and getting familiar with the movement pattern itself. You have things like the leg press. You also have things like the hack squat. Again, I'm not saying that machines are better than using free weights. Of course not. But at least you can get familiar with how these movements are supposed to work and how your muscles actually get involved. Because when you walk inside the gym and you've never worked a particular muscle before, you're not going to be fully aware. You're not going to have that mind-muscle connection like someone who's been training inside the gym for years. All right. So if you need to go inside the gym and use machines so you can get familiar with the patterns, then by all means do that. All right. Also, try to figure out some of those exercises that you may like. Anything that you can stick with or you can be consistent with will go a long way. A good example of this, if you don't like doing the bench press for whichever reason, then you're going to have to try something else. Maybe you might have to try out dips. Maybe you could try a different variation of the bench press, whether it be the incline or whether it be the decline. Same thing for your back. If you know that, hey, I cannot do a pull-up, and I understand that, you're just getting started, then you can look at other exercises that you can do for your back until you're strong enough and you build a foundation to do pull-ups. So something like that would be some barbell rows. You could do the lat pull down. You can also do dumbbell rows as well. All right. So one of the things that I really want to touch on as well is making sure whichever exercises that you choose, make sure that you can gradually make improvements with that particular exercise over time. So for example, like the machine chest press, It is very easy to load up a lot of heavy weight and so on and start cranking that out after a while. But the thing is, you're not getting an opportunity to actually get those stabilizers involved. Like I said, you're in a set place and you're just moving that along. It's not something that is not natural. So at least if you're going to be starting off and warming up with the machine chest press so you can get familiar with the pattern, move on to something that's going to give you the bang for your buck. So like I said, you could do something like dips. As you get good at dips and you start increasing the amount of reps that you're doing, you increase the volume, then you could start doing it weighted, right? And then once you get into doing weighted dips, then you literally have the world in the palm of your hands, because you could use 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 45 pounds, attach it to yourself and go forward with that. Same thing goes with the bench press. If you don't like the flat bench press, you could do the incline and then increase the weight over time, or you could shorten your rest periods and so on, all right? So just choose exercises that are gonna be familiar with your goals. Another example I know I keep using, you guys probably realize how much I love chest training. So if you're trying to build up the upper portions of your chest, then you know what? You're gonna have to put in some extra work on the incline, right? So you're gonna focus on, hey, I want to build up the upper portions of my chest, build up my chest development overall in general. I do know that a lot of muscle fibers in the upper chest are going to stimulate when I do the incline. So I'm going to do it. So any exercise that you choose that goes towards your goal, then actually do whatever you can within your power to get better at it. I wouldn't suggest just giving up or just being like, oh, it's not for me. No. If you have a goal to whether you want to build up your quads or you want to have a six-pack, again, there's certain things you need to do in order to get there. Don't just leave things out. Don't be lazy and don't be like, oh, it's too hard. No, it's not. You put in the work and again, you will be rewarded for it. So now, just to kind of sum this all up. So should you start with free weights or should you start with machines? Which one is better? And you know what? It all depends. It's all going to come down to you. Like I said, in my first week, I tried out every single piece of equipment inside the gym. And then after that, did my research and I found out what exercises I need to do in regards. I'm talking about compound exercises that gave me the most bang for my buck and I can get stronger at. So if you're a beginner and you walk inside that gym and you're overwhelmed and so on like that, I highly suggest before you even walk in, start looking at some programs. When you get that program, look at those exercises inside the program, get familiar with them, get to know what the movement patterns are like, and then go inside the gym and try it out. And also, please do not use heavy weights or do not try to overexert yourself. Start off light. Again, get familiar with the movement in general. Get your body adjusted, and then you'll have all the time in the world to increase the weight so you can put on some size and build some more muscle. Hope you found this video helpful, and you know how we do. I keep getting you guys on that outro. Signing out, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.